with social media and whatever we are watching, we always feel that we are doing less. There is something that more we can add to the parenting, or we can do it this way, or we can do it that way. So there's so much of information coming that a mother always feels that she's not enough or she's not doing enough. And I think what you're saying is that if they work on themselves, then they can really cut out that noise that's coming from outside.
I like that word, cutting out that noise, because that's another tool that we would use. How do you cut out the noise? Then you cut out the noise, what do you do with what's left? And I think that's where therapy comes in again, because cut out the noise, a lot of people have learned to do. I've cut out the noise, now what do I do? Right?
Which is difficult.
Yeah. Again, you mentioned Indian mothers, Indian systems feeling less. It's really interesting because, I've grown up here my whole life. I've been socialized in a very Indian way as well. But while Indian women are really prized, like the mother goddess and all of that, there is right from the get-go, from, I would say, feeding onwards, a feeling of, are you doing enough? Now, that comparison could be to the other women in their family. It could be the other idols or people that we worship as mother figures, but it's there right from the start. So social media and AI and what you're talking about, that proliferation has only made it more. It was always there. It begins with, how much are you feeding? Are you feeding enough? Did you have X type of birth or Y type of birth? Which school is your child gone to? It begins there. So this has only exposed it more. So I think it's worse. I don't think it's better. And one of the other sources of support, which I think my sense is that a lot of women don't use, is each other. Because there is a lot of shame, there is a lot of difficulty in sharing our struggles. And I understand why it's there, because you've got to receive an empathic audience to share your shame. And that's what happens in therapy. You have a pre-built empathic non-judgmental person who is bona fide that, so you're able to bring your shame. What if we were able to do just a little bit of that for each other? I'm not saying friends should be your therapy. They can't. But friends can hold that space. Family can hold that space where you can bring some difficulty, some shame. And I think that's quite easy to do, just where we are, if we find that person. If we don't find that person, it's quite unsafe, because then you're bringing stuff that's quite difficult. And if it's not received well, you probably will never bring it again. You'll shut down. And if that shutdown is quite familiar to you from your childhood or your early times, the message that's coming to you from the environment is, I shouldn't bring my stuff. It's not safe. And that's what blocking is about. That's what disassociation about. It's about taking it back in and saying, it's not safe. I'm not going to bring it. And in therapy, of course, we have the training and the space to make that safe.